everybody. This is Adrian, or Age. You're watching me build a house in The Sims. This is actually my house. I made my Sim self, and that's her standing off in the corner. She's like 30 pounds lighter than real me. But, yeah, I decided that this was also going to be the first time that I tried to make a pond and some type of body of water with a bridge over it. I happened to catch a video on Instagram or YouTube Shorts or something like that and saw somebody making it. I was like, oh, you know what? I've always wanted to try this. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing. So SIMMER is living in Brindleton Bay. I think I made her a writer. And there's my dog, Kenya. I made my real dog, Kenya. She's there. Oh, this is moving really fast. But so yeah, I'm basically going to be using this save as just to build stuff and decorate and all that. Probably won't be too much gameplay. I'm going to play it a little bit, but not too much. So anyway, we're building my house. I was kind of going for like a country, I guess you could say cottage. I always imagine cottages being like really small, like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, but I guess they can be more than that. Trying to figure out, I knew I wanted a second floor. Oh, I know for a fact, this part that I'm putting the wall around now, that was just going to be like a roof. There wasn't going to be any room with that, and I eventually fixed it because I think, yeah, I made a hallway because I wanted the rooms to be bigger. So upstairs, I knew I wanted 3 bedrooms. I wanted 2 bedrooms, but this space right here, so that long space that I just added, Jesus, it's moving so fast. So basically there's going to be my bedroom, or like the master bedroom, a second bedroom. I guess I could use it as like a guest room. And that third room that was attached on the back, y'all will see it, is going to be like a private room for the master room. And here I am. I always like to have, I need to figure out a way to make a screen porch. I might have to download some custom stuff, or maybe there's a pack that includes some stuff to make it that I don't have, but that's one of my dreams. I love a screen porch. I had my house growing up, or my childhood home, we had a screen porch on the side of the house. And one of my great aunts, might be great aunt, my grandpa's aunt, her house had a screen porch. Like before you walked into it, there was a screen porch first, and then you entered the house. And I was always obsessed with that. We used to sit out there, and I used to help her snap string beans in half whenever I was there. It was good times, one of the best times of my life. So that's always stuck with me as being something that I've always wanted in my dream house, some type of screen porch. But yeah, so we're adding windows. The way I always build my house is when I always put down the walls and the floor, and I add windows indoors first, and then I go inside and decorate each room one by one. And then sometimes, like if I do the bathrooms, I think before I did this, the game has been crashing on me quite a few times, and it's not even doing it with warning. Like, you know, back in the day, how you used to, when the game was about to crash, it would, like, the little wheel would start going, or it would say problems with the game or something like that. Nope, my game just fully I don't know if that's the case for everyone. It just stops. It just X's out. So I'm definitely a stickler for making sure I save my game before I continue. But anyway, yeah, usually I do my rooms, decorate them, or add the flooring and wallpaper, and then I go and decorate one by one. However, if I have more than one bathroom, I'll add a fence. What I will do is, once I have one bathroom decorated, I will use the same items that I use in that bathroom in the second or third bathroom. So I'll go back and forth with that. But otherwise, I'm pretty much like one by one, every room is being decorated. So that was about to be a doghouse. I just added a little doggy door to this space, but I've always wanted to build like a little doghouse for our Sims. Up there's the bridge. Lord, this is very fast. I could slow this down, but that will require me going back and re-recording this audio, and I don't feel like doing that. All right, me trying to find, and I do put my exterior paint or wallpaper on, or wall, as I play too. So this is when I knew, because I kind of did not like this wall, but there was nothing else that I wanted to use, or nothing else that kind of appealed to me, and I couldn't just throw up like any type of clay, or what's the word? I can't think of the name, the Adobe material, because it's like, it's in Brindleton Bay, so I wanted to like match up with everything else in this neighborhood. Like if it was in Oasis Springs, then I probably would have not Adobe, that's the daggone PDF thing. No, y'all know what I'm talking about. I've been up for like an hour so far. I guess I should have. Oh, you know what? I know what's happening. I also took something medicinal, candy-like, but it has special medicine in it. So I think that's kicking in. But anyway. So yeah, I knew I wanted a book nook. When I put those stairs in, I was like, oh, this is perfect for a little book nook, or like a little private space, a little resting space. I should have turned the light on. At some point, I'm going to switch the time to afternoon lighting, so I can see a little bit better. I guess I don't do that. Let me make sure my light top brightness is up. I guess I don't do that. All right, so wallpaper. I was going for that vintage, like I said, everything. A lot of stuff with my Sims, especially when I'm creating for myself, or I'm creating in like Brindleton Bay or Willow Creek, or what's the other place? I've never built anything in Henford on Bagley before, but particularly Brindleton, those like country areas, rural areas, I always find inspiration in the houses that I not grew up in, but like relatives' houses, especially ones that lived in the country. Not even in the country. Some people that just like lived in the city as well, but lived in like the older parts of the city, like those historic neighborhoods. That still kind of had that wallpaper that had been there probably since the house was built, or with some type of upgrade, like very little upgrade. My grandpa's house was like that. He didn't have wallpaper, but he still had like a lot of old. You can tell the house didn't change much since it was built. So like I'm always into like colorful wallpaper, or like Victorian looking wallpaper. I don't think I settled on the fireplace. Yeah, I put in radiators. And that's my personal, like, I have so many dream homes. But one of my personal desires for a dream home is I want all of my houses. I kind of want two, but I want both of my houses to be somewhat new. I don't want them to be too old, where they're like falling apart and I'm spending more money fixing them instead of actually living inside of them. But if I get a new house, I'm not into a lot of modern houses because they don't have like a lot of character or personality. But if I were to build a house from the ground up, I would still want it to have a lot of vintage stuff in it, or vintage inspired things. So even if the radiator in it is like a new one, I'm probably not going to get no type of cast iron radiator in my house. I'm probably going to have central heat. But if I made that decision, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, just put one. It could just be in there for decoration. It doesn't even have to be real, and it doesn't even have to be old. Somebody could possibly build a radiator, or I can find, So I'm adding some ivy. I know for a fact. I looked at this and I was just like, you know what? I actually hate this. And I took this all down near the end of the video because it was too much. I wanted to, because I thought the exterior was so bare. And I was like, there needs to be more stuff here. So I started adding all that stuff. You know how like those old cottages that you see, they have the ivy building up around it. That's what I was going for. But I'm telling you, I'm 99.9% certain when I finished this, I looked at it and I was like, I hate this, and I got rid of it. All right, putting a few things into the screen porch. So we're into decoration mode. I'm putting furniture and objects in. I always got to have an umbrella rack and that shoe rack. I kind of wish, again, this might be something else I might have to download. I kind of wish the shoe racks were like we had different options, because I always use them specifically to make sure my Sims take off their shoes. Sometimes if I have a basement in a house, I'll put the shoe rack in the basement because I don't like seeing the shoe rack with those particular. Like, if there was a way for me to redecorate the shoe rack or add my own decorative shoes to it, I would do that. But, and I also don't like the sign that's just like, take your shoes off. I'm like, it's too much. Just like maybe an empty rack or something. Maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. All right, so now we're doing the living room. I was going for that. Again, that cozy, comfy look. I was trying to put in a coffee table, I see. Because that's like a must for me in real life. Like, I love coffee tables. But I could see that it wasn't quite working out for me. So I'm selling on a rug. I take this very seriously. See how many rugs I've gone through? How much I'm going through right now to decorate this living room? So I did settle on that arch, I think. I don't think I changed that. That's something else that I like. Oh, I got rid of the TV. Oh, I changed out the TV stand. Because I wanted that trunk for that vintage vibe, but I think that's the thing that just kind of wasn't working out. There goes the wallpaper. I love that floral Victorian era type of wallpaper. You know what? I think I kept this wallpaper, but now that I'm looking at it in the playback or watching it back, I kind of wish I kept the green one. But you know, it's not too bad. I kind of wish yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, look, there I go. It actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now we're decorating the kitchen. Oh, I hadn't put the flooring down yet. I did put down the wallpaper. Oh, I can see. I was like, I need something in this corner. I put a little lamp. So we got the kitchen is gonna have like a little gingham thing. So that room beside the kitchen, because I think I'm still going to make this a dining space. Like, the kitchen and dining room dining space is going to be together. That other room is going to be my pantry and laundry space. Oh, did I put down a fridge? I did, because I got an ice box. So y'all, hopefully you're not paying attention. Well, let me not draw attention to it. So never mind. Let me not draw attention to what I was about to say or what I was about to point out. All right. Yep, I got my kettle. I put it in the ice box. Yeah, this is very real life me. Like, I love a kettle. I don't drink coffee too much, but I do. Oh yeah, I forgot that I did this. I was like, let me give a little Cracker Barrel vibe, a little old Famous Days or whatever, those bars that have like the old lights in it and everything. Oh, I do have a dining room. Okay. I do. That's cool. I might have settled on a square table. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I was just saying that I don't drink much coffee. But when I do, I use my kettle for it. I don't have a coffee maker. I don't know why I felt the need to. That was so important that I need to say that. All right, so now we're working on the pantry and laundry room. So I think I'm putting up shelves first. I love using, so a lot of the, y'all are going to see what I use to decorate the pantry. A lot of it is by Key's Corner on Tumblr. So the clutter is the word I'm trying to think of. I so badly wanted to use this washer and dryer that is custom, but they don't stick together like the game ones. So I went on to settle for that. Those damn things break all the time. Got my vacuum. So yeah, you're gonna see the clutter that I use. It's like kitchen objects, cleaning objects. And so some of it is Key's Corner, some of it is from around The Sims. Oh, okay. So I put in a little shelf. I don't know why I went to the bathroom like that. Alright, so now we're putting in the clutter. So yeah, some of this is around The Sims. And other stuff is from Key's Corner. So like mostly the food and the condiments and everything I got from Key's Corner. And that's Keyy. And corner is also K. Korner. Yep. A little random basket of toilet paper. I got my alcohol in here. It's so funny because I don't drink that much. Funny thing is I can't drink that much anymore because alcohol like destroys me. So I drink, I wouldn't even say occasionally, rarely these days, but me is gonna drink. Yep, there goes some of this. I think most of this stuff is, I think all the stuff with the name brands on it, like the actual real branding, is Key's Corner. And then the other stuff that has like the Simlish on there is from around The Sims. So I'm going through different swatches, seeing what I can change color or adjust certain things. Got some soda. And got the sodas that I drink, Pepsi. And it's so funny. I grew up loving Coca-Cola. I'm putting that hamper down, and this made me realize that I don't think I put a hamper in my bedroom. But anyway, what was I about to say? Yeah, growing up, I loved Pepsi. And as I got older, I felt like I don't care what anybody says. Like, I used to think that Pepsi had that stronger bite. Everybody that, like, whichever soda they like, say that thing about the opposite one. So, like, people who like Pepsi say Coca-Cola tastes flat, and people who like Coca-Cola say that Pepsi tastes flat. So that's always been interesting to me. But I grew up liking Coke, but I was always certain, like I'm almost certain. I used to say I think they switch recipes back and forth. Like they trade back and forth. It's like, okay, so this year y'all are gonna be the flatter tasting one, and we're gonna be the stronger tasting one. I'm sure of it. But now I think I kind of lean towards Pepsi a little bit more these days. I don't know why. I think I've now kind of fallen into the Pepsi just has that stronger taste to me now. I will say though, growing up I did like, cause Papa John's used to sell Coke products. Oh, they still use Coke products, I think. No, I think they do Pepsi now. I don't know. But I remember being a kid, whenever my mom got Papa John's, which was rare, we would always get a bottle of Coke with it. So I always kind of made that connection, I guess. Alright, and dang, I meant to provide commentary about the room and everything. Oh, I'm adding in Kenya stuff. I remember I was like, Kenya needs some things. Got her food bowl. She has quite a few beds, a couple of beds, and that's real life. Kenya has a bed in every room in my apartment except for the kitchen and bathroom. And at my mom's house, she pretty much has a bed in every single room in the house. She is very spoiled. So I decided to use that. I love that print, that wallpaper that I put in my room. So that's my bedroom that has that white and blue wallpaper. That's one of my favorite prints. It's kind of close to the blue and white China print, and that's I love that kind of like the dishes and everything. I just absolutely love it. And that's also a dream of mine, to have a cabinet full of those China dishes. I was gonna decorate I toned it down a little bit too. because I knew, I was like, this is too much. Yeah. And another thing, I don't like white furniture. Like, in real life, I hate white furniture. I don't hate it, but I notice how, of course, when it gets dusty or if it gets dirty or dingy, you can see it really. You can see it, which is a good thing. Like, some people consider that a bad thing. Like, oh, I don't want to be able to see the dirt. I'm just like, I want to see that something is dirty when I have it. But it feels, the downside to that is there's a lot of pressure when you recognize the dirt. It's like, okay, I absolutely have to clean this right now at this very instant, because I also hate the sight of dirt, and not in that way of just like, oh, I don't like things being dirty. It's like a sensory thing for me. Or like, if I see particular types or textures of dirt and dust, it freaks me out. And that's how I am with Kenya's fur. I vacuum all the time, not just because, of course, I don't want dog. I hope I'm making sense. I'm sounding crazy right now. But it's like, of course you don't want dog hair all over the place, but there's a certain texture of her dog hair, because you got her regular dog hair, like the thin strands, and then you've got her dog hair that gets caught up in dust. And my apartment gets very dusty as well. I live in an old apartment, so that always, like, literally makes my skin crawl, especially when it gets to floating around. Oh my god, like, it literally makes my skin crawl, and I have to clean it up. So it's so funny to see me putting white furniture in my sim self's house, and like, in real life I'm just like, get this white furniture away from me. And fun fact, my mom still has my old bedroom furniture in my old bedroom, and that furniture is white. I think that's kind of when I realized, like, oh, I kind of hate this. But I remember when we picked out beds, so this was before I was like, I had money and my mom still had to buy stuff for me. We went to the store, and I remember deciding on a particular bed. Like, I like the one that I have now. I think I briefly looked at it. It was like, I kind of like the other one or whatever. And when they brought the bed in, I looked at it and I was just like, this isn't the bed that I chose. And my mom was like, oh, I went ahead and picked the one that you liked at first, or that you originally liked. And I was just like, oh, okay. Because in my head, I'm just like, no, I actually decided that I didn't like it. So that bed is, I've never said, I'm not going to tell her this. And I've never told her. Anyway. So now all my furniture is black. And which is funny, now you can absolutely, honestly, I think black furniture is worse. Because now, not only do I see dust build up on it, like, if I so much as like drop, when you, like, if you spill, like, because I use perfume oil. If you so much as, or any oil, if you drop any oil on that furniture and you don't get it up right away, it's going to attract all the dust and everything, and it drives me crazy. So I'm just like, I guess from this point, I'm just going to have to get wooden furniture. Like, straight, like, natural colored wood. Dark wood. But anyway, it appears that I finished the house. I didn't say much about it. I'm not quite finished with decorating. That's something that I'm going to do more so in my own time. But yeah, that back room. So there's my bedroom with the China print, or something similar to China print. And then that back room is supposed to be my office. And now I am putting some plants down. And I'm going to put some around the pond. Excuse me, pond as well. I keep burping, y'all. I'm sorry. There we go. I think at some point I was trying to, like, change the water or move the, because I was like, this is too close to the edge. And then I couldn't quite get it was getting a little weird. So I was just like, you know what? Not my issue. Or let me not worry about it. I just left it how it was. Alright, so yeah, I'm putting down like reeds and lily pads and all that. This was pretty fun. I'm going to definitely do this a little bit more often. I might, you know what? I think my next build might just be a park. Ooh, my next build is going to be a park. I know for certain that it is. It's going to be a park. And I think I'm going to put like a little pond in there. And we're almost done. As y'all can see, I not only have a washer and dryer, I do have a clothesline as well, because that's something else that I kind of miss about my childhood. We had a clothesline at my childhood home, but we never used it, and I kind of wanted to. But my grandma or my grandparents, they had a clothesline in their backyard or on the side of their yard. They had a washer and dryer, but my grandma still used her clothesline sometimes, and I used to love when she did that. All right, so we're not quite done, but as you can see, I was almost done. I uploaded. I just gave it a simple name, 444 Cozy Road. I think I went back in and made some more edits, but I uploaded it to the gallery at this point. But I think I got rid of those that ivy as well, possibly. Oh, I added some columns, but yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank y'all for listening to me ramble. And I will catch y'all for the next video.